Hi everyone, welcome to Glow with Grace. So if you follow me on Facebook, you may have noticed that about maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago, I mentioned that we were about to leave Ecuador and that I was hoping to get some videos made before we left. So in the last few days before we left Ecuador, I did a bunch of filming, like end of February, start of March. We left there on March the 8th. So we've been here in California almost a month now, and I had all this footage that I'd filmed, but pretty much, almost from when we first got up here, or like a week after we got here or something, reality completely flipped, right? Everything became all about Corona. So I've been wondering what to do with all of the footage from Vilcabamba. Like, do I put this out? Like, what do I do with this? And then I've even been filming stuff since we got here, and then feeling like, I don't know whether to put this out because I still have all of that stuff from Vilcabamba. Just feeling not very clear how to move forwards with things. But yeah, after speaking with some different friends down there in Vilcabamba, I'm just like, all right, yeah, I'm just gonna start putting this stuff out, even though it's a bizarre time, right? Like, Ecuador especially is on like major lockdown. Apparently they have some of the strictest rules of like all the countries in the world right now. So yeah, the things that you're seeing in these videos that I'm hopefully, editing and putting out soon would not necessarily reflect the current reality there, right? But it was how things were at the end of February and beginning of March before we left. So with that being said, I'm gonna start, editing bits of these videos together. I have a few of them already lined up. I have a bunch of interviews, like longer videos to edit and put out to share with you guys. And as I said, some other things from while we've been here already this last almost month in the US. Yeah, so that's my plan, and I hope that makes sense. I hope that you enjoy the videos, and without further ado, here's my intro to all of this that I filmed, about 5 or 6 weeks ago outside the Vilcabamba church. Hi everyone, welcome to Glow with Grace. I am filming this right now in the town square of Vilcabamba. I'm in fact right in front of the church, as you can hopefully see. Maybe you saw the church tower there. And so it's been 10 years this week since we first moved here, and I'm feeling kind of nostalgic and amazed, at everything that's gone on in these 10 years. It's been quite some eventful times. And it seems like a new phase is about to begin for the girls and I. In just a few days from now, as I'm recording this, we are about to leave to the US, seemingly, and we will be there for 6 months is the plan. And quite possibly that will be the shape of our lives moving forwards for the next who knows how many years, potentially being here half the year and up there half the year, which is just going to be a huge shift for me. We've been here a decade, and I have been here pretty much solidly the majority of that decade. I've made a few trips. I was in the US at one point, went to England last year with the girls, we've been to Colombia, to Peru, but for the majority of the time for this last decade I've been here. And it's funny, it's like I'm realizing now that things are about to shift. I've never really done videos about living here. I mean, I've done videos while living here, but I've never kind of specifically spoken about my life here in Vilcabamba and what that's been like living here for a decade. And as I sit here now filming this, I'm just looking around me and just seeing so many things that are so familiar, different people and objects and it really is very poignant for me, just realizing that everything's about to change. As I film this, it was 10 years ago yesterday that we arrived here, and this morning I was watching the old video of us arriving here 10 years ago, and yeah, just blows my mind, you know. So here we are. Everything's about to shift. That's what life's all about, right? The only constant is change. And yeah, I just wanted to try to capture some things about our lives here before we move on. So I'm hoping in these next few days, while we're still here, to do some interviews with different people who we know and love around here, people who influenced our lives while we've been here. Maybe show you a few of our favorite things about living here. I don't know, we'll see what I can manage to film in between everything else that I'm doing to try and tie up all the loose ends here before we go. But yeah, it just feels like this is a significant moment in my life story. So I just wanted to capture it in some way. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I hope to bring some fun, interesting, entertaining perhaps videos about life here in Vilcabamba to you, perhaps inspiring. Yeah, we certainly love it here, and it's going to be an interesting time of shift. You still see people clip-clopping around the streets here 10 years later. That was supposedly made illegal when we got here 10 years ago. Apparently not. There's the juice factory, one of the most popular hangouts in town. Here's the town square looking the other way. Lots of beautiful trees and the fountain in the middle where my girls love to hang out. They love to paint the fountain, like the town, the municipality. They're so often out here like painting. You wouldn't know it right now. Oh my gosh, it's been absolutely wrecked. It was just carnival the last 4 days, and it trips me out how carnival is like so intense. This place is like an absolute riot zone, with people throwing themselves in here, throwing other people in here in the fountain. Everyone's like spraying each other with water and foam, and it's absolute chaos. I'll try and put like a picture or something so you can see what I'm talking about. And then the next day, carnival's over and it's just like boom, that's it. But I can see that the fountain is definitely worse for wear. This was all freshly painted. Yeah, anyway, my girls love to jump in here. It's kind of like the center of the town, and then there's all these beautiful trees, nice shady green square, and there's the church where I was just sitting.